In this video, we're going to take a look at a couple of tools that will make it easier for students to have text read aloud using their iPad. There are two main ways that your students can have text read aloud using their iPad. Both of these ways have to be enabled on each student's device. To do this, they're going to click on Settings, and then on the left-hand side of the screen, they're going to click on Accessibility, and then they're going to click on Spoken Content. On this page, there are two options that I think would be helpful to have turned on. One is Speak Selection, and one is Speak Screen. Speak Selection will read a portion of the text that the student has highlighted. So I'm going to turn that on. Speak Screen, on the other hand, will read the entire page to the student regardless of what they've selected. I'm going to turn that one on as well. Next, around the middle of the screen, there's an option called Highlight Content. Highlight Content will highlight the words or the sentences as they're being read. It's similar to if a child is pointing towards while they're reading them. It helps students to track where they are in the text. I would turn that on, and then you'll have options for what exactly is highlighted. I recommend words, but there's also sentences, which means that the entire sentence that is being read will be highlighted while it's being read. And then there's the option words and sentences, which means that the entire sentence will be highlighted, and then each individual word will be highlighted a slightly darker color as they're being read. I'm going to select words because I just need to see which word is being read. And then you can even indicate what highlight color you want to be used. This is sometimes a matter of preference, but it can also be a matter of what students see. So make sure that students are selecting a color that works best for them. For me, I tend to work better with blue or purple, but you have some other options there too. When I'm done, I'm going to click back, and then I'm going to click back again. And there's some additional options. One is voices, where you can select the voice that's used to read the text out loud. There's different languages because your iPad can actually translate and read aloud the translation. In English, there are a bunch of options for different voices. I would recommend having students select Alex. Alex is a voice that was engineered to be able to read depending on the context. So if you have two words that are spelled the same but pronounced differently in different contexts, Alex tends to be able to do that correctly. So I would recommend selecting Alex. Now I'm going to click back and back again. You can also use this sliding tool at the bottom to adjust how quickly or slowly you want the text read aloud. And as you slide the bar, it will actually allow you to preview what it sounds like. Now I'm done getting that set up. I can exit my settings, and we're going to give this tool a try. So first, we're going to take a look at how to use these two options when we're viewing digital text. So websites, Google Docs, other things that are already digital. I'm going to open my Safari browser. I have already navigated to an article just so that I can demonstrate this for you, but your students are probably going to be doing things on Canvas, things on Google Docs, Google Slides, some of the additional websites that we subscribe to. It should work on any of these. So let's say I'm a student, I'm reading this article, and I get to a point where I need a part of the article read aloud. When that happens, I'm going to take my finger and press down on the first word that I need read, and it'll highlight it. There will be two dots, and if I take my finger and press on these dots, it'll allow me to drag the highlighting over, and I can also drag it down. But once I have the part of the text that I want read out loud, I'll let go of my finger, and you'll notice that this menu bar pops up. There's a lot of different options. I'm gonna introduce translate in another video, but for this video, we wanna know more about the speak option. So if you press speak,
that causes metal in the lander to swell and shrink. This has been producing ground vibrations. They were picked up by sensors left by Apollo astronauts. Scientists studied this 50-year-old data.
it will read only the text that I have highlighted. That is the speak selection tool. To let go of this highlighting, I just tap somewhere else on my screen and it disappears. So this is helpful for students who want to read part of the text themselves and have part of the text read aloud. It also works for students that don't want to have all of the menu bars and the captions under pictures read aloud, because you can highlight a bunch of text at once and have it spoken. But that is the speak selection tool. Next, let's talk about the speak screen tool. The speak screen tool will read everything that's on the page. To use that, you're going to take two fingers and make like a peace sign with them, and you're going to drag your two fingers down from the top edge of the screen. And when I do this, watch what happens.
Search, read aloud. Cast off an Apollo 17 astronaut stands beside the landing craft in 19...
When I took my two fingers and I dragged them down from the top of the screen, a menu box appeared. And it's about to disappear because it will only show up for a few seconds, and it'll automatically minimize itself to get out of the way so that you can see the page. But if I press that button on the left-hand side again, it'll open that menu box again.
NASA scientists have discovered the cause of some small tremors, or moonquakes, on the lunar surface. They're from a spacecraft that was left there 50 years ago, when the Apollo 17 astronaut...
So you may have noticed that each word is being highlighted in blue as it's being read aloud to me, and that's because I set it up that way. And with these tools that show up in the menu, I can pause, I can rewind, I can fast forward, I can even change the speed at which the text is being read aloud. And then if I want to exit this and close this screen reader down, all I would need to press is the X button that's all the way on the right. And when I do that, it closes this function down. And I can open it up later by swiping my two fingers down from the top edge of the screen. So that's how to use the two tools with things that are already digital. Now let's talk about how to use these tools with things that are around us in our environment. So let's say that I'm a student and I have a worksheet that I need to be read out loud, and I don't have a digital copy. It's really cool because our iPads will read this now. Let me show you how this works. So if I'm a student and I need a worksheet read out loud, I am going to open my camera. And I am going to take a picture of the worksheet. Here's my worksheet. I'm going to take a picture. And I'm going to click on the little picture underneath the shutter button in order to open it up. Now my worksheet is digital. So I can use the same two tools that I used before. So I can take my finger and press down on a certain part of the passage and highlight the part I want read out loud. And I'll get the same options that popped up before.
Little Bat lived on a farm. During the day, he slept high up in the barn.
And I can take my two fingers and pull them down from the top edge of the screen.
Name, Reading Comprehension Grade 1, Little Bat. Little Bat lived on a farm. During the day, he slept high up in the barn. At night, he woke up.
And I'll get the same option to have the entire screen read out loud. So it's convenient because now our iPads are able to pick up on text when we take pictures of the text. So just as a side benefit, let's say that I'm a student and I'm not doing a worksheet, but I have written something on paper or someone's written something down with handwriting to me, and I need that to be read to me. So here's an example of that. I'm going to snap a photo. It will pull up the photo that I took, and now my handwriting is digital. So I can use the same tools we used before, but with my handwriting. So I can highlight portions of the text and have it read out loud.
My favorite book is Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
And it'll even read cursive.
The iPad even reads cursive.
Now the handwriting has to be on the neater side, but it does a pretty good job when it isn't. I can also take my 2 fingers and make a peace sign and drag them down from the top to have the entire thing read out loud.
No, date. My favorite book is Diary of a Wimpy Kid. The iPad even reads cursive.
So that option is available as well. So in this video, we took a closer look at 2 of the functions that's built into all of our iPads, all of our teacher and student iPads, and that is the speak selection and the speak screen options.